California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing, Jones. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a second down. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. Fights loose. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive, he may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Second and 10 at the 49ers 45-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Jones. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 44. The 20. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49ers D as they score the touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On first down, Jones looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Indy.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Sermon now on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 38, Lance drops this one down to Sermon, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 12. Now here's Samuel on the end around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nick Bosa on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Second down and 8. Campbell making the catch. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Indy.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Shifts by him. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. And Lance going to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Second and 10. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Caught on the slant. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off-play action. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On the option to give to Sermon here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, Sermon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run now with Kittle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Catch made here by Campbell. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Jones flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to. They're probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones taking a shot for Samuel. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for Indy. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Jones. Going for the deep ball. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Albert Okuebuna. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Colts 21. Young Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, it's Sermon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running left is Sermon. Still shedding tackles. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Lance. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Sermon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. Pass complete to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jones.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
To throw is Jones.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league.